qualify. A field of 21 hot rodders with their mean machines turned out for today's race as the crowd doubled up by the drag strip, watching our participants take some test runs. Now, what's the criteria for today's event?
The rules for today's event at Cope Thunder Dragway, the Philippine International Balloon Festival, we are having 2 out of 3 best competition. The best 2 runs out of each 3 runs. If they win the first 2 runs, they win and they get to advance. Double elimination tournament, 4 categories. Super stock category, cheater class category, which is our most stock category, super street category, and modified category today.
Okay, just before official action, how about a few words from some of our top competitors here today? Former AHRA President and modified entry, Rico Di Mabuyo.
Well, maganda. So far ito ang pinakamagandang track dito sa atin ngayon, ano? Sa mga drag racer, paborito nila dahil kung pag-uusapan ng safety precaution, safety, kailangan nangangailangan ng magandang traction ng tires mo. Namimili, dapat talaga soft compound ang gamitin mo.
The man with the meanest machine here today, John Regia and his baby, Thunder in Paradise. Okay, John, where are you running Thunder today? In what class?
Thunder, I'll be running in Class F today, in modified division.
John, who do you think is your toughest competitor in that class?
Well, it'll be Ken. We didn't get no competition from Manila this weekend. We were hoping for some rough stuff to go with, and they didn't come in.
A somewhat equally disappointed defending champ, AHRA President Ken Kepner. Okay, Ken, so coming into the second official leg, what's on your mind for today's race?
Well, I'm going to go out there and do my best, and I hope to win today. You know, we had a little problem yesterday, but my car's running good, but I came in early this morning to retorque the heads and everything. I've done a lot of work on my car. I was really hoping the Volkswagen was going to come up. I bought new tires and did a lot of work on the car to try to get the Volkswagen. That's who I really want to race against.
And the lone entry from Manila, representing the PDRF in the Super Street category Class O, Danny Bolaños. Any lone entry ka dito sa, from Manila?
Yes.
So, how do you think you're going to fare out there?
Well, I'll just try my best. There's a lot of good drivers out there, more experience, and we'll see what we can do.
Dan, can you comment on the tracks? What do you think of the track conditions here?
I like the tracks here. It's a lot better than Lagro. It's more, it's more level. It's more wider. You feel more safer because there's crowd control, so you can push the car harder.
And Danny on the competition.
There's, according to them, there's a green car like mine, which is pretty good. He stays here. He lives here along.
Okay, good luck to you, Dan.
Okay, thanks.
By now, all our participants are fired up, so let's hit the action. In the cheaters class, Freddy Pisueña in a 69 Camaro and John Adrian in a 67 Pontiac Firebird took on the task of blowing off their rivals to earn a ticket each to the finals. In the first heat, John, with a 10-meter advantage over Ferdy, took off, digging that gas pedal to the ground, and took the lead by half a car halfway into the stretch, taking him all the way to the finish to snatch this heat. Coming into the second heat, John took the right while Ferdy took the left. With their engines warmed up and raring to go, the marshals gave the go as both cars sped off, with John still enjoying that 10-meter gap. But Ferdy, suddenly taking on a sudden surge of speed, zoomed past John into the halfway mark and never looked back to take this heat all the way to the finish. Now, with the score at 1-1, it's all or nothing here in the third heat, and the marshals just about ready to give the go. He signals our drivers, and they're off. Both drivers, burning rubber, ripped the track and burst off side by side, halfway into the race. There was no telling who had the advantage as they pushed their cars to the limit all the way to the finish. Let's take a look at the marshals' decision in this one. And yes, Freddy Pisueña takes top honors in this class. Moving on to the eliminations in the Super Street class, we saw Danny Bolaños in his souped-up 72 Starlet go heads-up against Eddie Tan, also in a sleek 72 Sprinter. The marshal checks on the drivers, waiting for the green, and go! But surprisingly, only Danny took off at the light. racing through the strip all by his lonesome to take heat number 1, as Eddie could only look on. Eddie immediately walked over to the officials to plead his case. But the marshals determined everything was in place, so Danny eventually edged out Eddie in the second heat to gain a seat in the finals against the gentle giant Thor Hogan, with his monster of a machine amply called the Street Rat. In the first heat, Danny sped off, enjoying a 30-meter advantage over Thor as he led all the way to the finish to take this one. Thor gathered his bearings coming into the second heat as the marshal gave the go. Danny zoomed off, hoping to make it 2 in a row, but Thor, letting his Street Rat roar, floored the gas and caught up with Danny just a few meters to the finish and crossed the line first by a hair to take this heat. In the third and final run, Thor seemed fired up with newfound determination as they took off. Danny crossed the halfway mark of the race first, but Thor wasn't far behind, taking Danny in the final moments and edging him out once again to become Super Street Champ today, much to the delight of his fans up here in Angeles. Let's have a few words with our gentle giant, Thor Hogan.
Okay, Thor, you're the Super Street Champ for today. Can you tell us what happened out there? How was your run?
Pretty good. Could have been better, but still things to improve. So we'll see next time. But I'm satisfied with what happened today.
At this point, action heated up in the centerpiece modified class as we saw this run between Rico Di Mabuyu in a red 67 Camaro against Ray Laksamanta in Joey Buhay's award-winning Blue Hustler Nova. Rico took off strong, but oh, it looks like he lost control there, going to a fishtail. He was able to recover, but it was too late as John Laksamanta took a cruise all the way to the finish. What happened back there?
Take off ako ng 5,000 RPM, then shift to second gear in 7,005. Then ang yung mismo portion ng ng truck medyo madulas ng konti, nag-wine yung yung goma ko, then out of control. Mabuti na tuwid ko. Then pagkatapos noon, nahuli na ako, maabol ako. Pagdating sa dulo, wala na. Pero natuwid ko yung sakyan.
When all was said and done, the field boiled down to these two guys.
Okay, meeting
guys,
in the
knocking on
finals
our
once
doors
again are
here.
the two hottest hot rodders here today. Ken Kepner on my right and John Risha on my left. So Ken, what do you have in store for us in this heat with John?
I'm going to beat his pants off. I did my work last night, did a lot of secrets, and I'm going to tear him up today. He tore me up yesterday.
Okay, John, what can you say about that?
I was spying in his crew over there. I was watching them secrets. I think, like I say, I'm running hot today, but he's gonna eat my dust.
Okay, guys, let's have a good race.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Out on the starting grid, our finalists warmed up those slicks with Ken on your right and John in Thunder on your left. Taking this challenge heads up. With eyes locked on the start marshal primed for the green, our drivers blew off strong to the toil of 300 horses in sudden terror, with John zooming past Ken by a car's length, almost sure of a win. But Ken stepped on the gas into the final meters to cross the line first in photo finish fashion. And yes, Ken took the checkered flag in this heat, as his fans egged him on and jumped for joy. After a quick check on Thunder, it was determined that John couldn't run anymore, making Ken outright champion in today's race.
Well, Ken, what happened out there?
I blew his doors off. No, he had a little bit of problem on the top end because it really, I came up fast on the top. I think his engine is messed up a little bit. So it looked like he was losing some power on the top. Because he would have pulled me, it looked like. He was ahead of me all the way until at the end. And then I started coming up real fast. So it looked like he said, he's got vapor lock problems because the engine was hot and stuff. So I believe that.
Hey John, what happened to Thunder?
Well, I got a beautiful takeoff, but the engine is running super hot. I figured I could make it. I got down there about 3/4 there, and then she just shut off on me, and I knew what it was. The fuel was just too hot. Oil temperature was at its max, and the oil pressure was already low. So I figured, well, rather than building a new engine, I better forfeit this one and come back next month. But I'll blow his doors off next month.
Okay, we'll see about that.
Okay, guys.
We're still friends.
Well, after successfully defending his title 2 times in a row, Ken had this to add.
Running against John, he's actually 2 classes ahead of me. But if my car can keep up with him, then I got a good chance with the Volkswagen. So the car's running good. I'm ready for the guy if he'll show up. But I don't know why the Volkswagen's not here. We had word from Manila that he was coming up, but he's not here. So I want to make a public challenge to him that I want to race him, you know. That's what racing's all about. Let's get together. That's what I'm after.
Well, so that ends our race here today at Cope Thunder. Thanks for joining me. This has been Mark Maramag for Motoring Today. See you in the next race.
The Race of the Week has been brought to you by Marlboro,